What's up guys, Belmont here. While this introduction sequence plays out, I'm gonna lay out the foundations for this very guide for what I thought that would make the ultimate S-rank guide for beginners on standard difficulty. As you can see right here, all you have to do is proceed with the introduction. Everyone knows how to do that. So I'll be explaining a few of the things, a few of the decisions that I both made and took. First and foremost, I decided to go for the safest approach possible, so that's why my internal game time is going to be a little higher than most speedrunners would have. But in this video, you're going to see that I'm going to pick up a lot of health items, I'm going to be picking up a lot of ammunition. I'm also going to tell you when to take a hit, when to throw your grenades, and by the way, do not throw your grenades unless I tell you to do so, okay? Because they are quintessential for this speedrun, okay? And remember, this is a new game, vanilla. I have no items, I have no coins, I have no reloading tools, infinite weapons. So if you do have that, then you're gonna have an edge over me, so meaning, you're gonna have an easier time with this guide. So let's go. You're escaping Nemesis, you go into the construction site. Nemesis shows up again, and remember, you do not need to skip cutscenes, okay? They will not add up to your total game time. So after Gio loses a few ribs, go down. You turn. Oh, I'm gonna go for those ladders. No, I'm not. In here, just hold forward, pretty much like in any Nemesis sequence, just hold forward, that's it. And remember to subscribe and hit that like button, okay guys? This helps us out. And remember, I will be making a full platinum video for you on Resident Evil 3 Remake in this very same fashion, where I guide you as best as I can so you have as little trouble as possible, okay? So now all you have to do is follow Brad, skip this cutscene.
This all happened so fast.
I don't know. One fucked up thing always leads to another. It's like our play on steroids.
So in here, just keep walking forward and then you're gonna break left. And speaking of breaking, those zombies you're gonna see around the corner are gonna break through the barricade. And what you want to do is hug the left side of the screen and run straight. That way you will not be hit. Pretty simple. But remember, you must be running to do that. See, skip cutscene, hug left wall, and go. Simple as it gets. On this next section, break right, grab pistol. Now, you don't want to fight this guy. He's not alone. Just turn around, up the street. Signpost gonna fall off. Crawl under. Break left, ignore that zombie, through the gates. Right, left, inside. Simple. In here, you're gonna meet Dario. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna walk straight past him. Don't bother stopping, just remember to pick up the 7 pistol rounds over the drum can.
The parking garage isn't far. I can take it.
There's the ammo, pick it up. And in here is usually the time where I'll assign my shortcut for my pistol. So I don't mess up. Crawl under. And up next, we have our very first, I'm going to call it tricky section. I'm not going to call it tricky, but it's still really easy. What you're going to do is approach the elevator, collect, then a zombie's going to come out. Pay attention to what I do. I backpedal, then circle around him from the left. Ignore the zombie on the ground, then press the button. Easy. Up next, forward, turn left, keep going. The sequence for the car part is tap X or A, you're gonna do it 3 times. Second.
Damn it.
Third.
It's my turn.
And then it's R2. From here on out, you can actually hold R2. It's gonna register as soon as it asks you to hold it again. I love this cutscene so much, it's so over the top. In here, stay still. Because it doesn't really affect anything, you know. The cutscene will trigger based on the distance between Nemesis and Jill. So you want to make that happen as soon as possible.
I think.
Up next, just follow Carlos, pretty standard.
Sorry, we're gonna have to go around.
Hey, what do you know about that monster?
And I'll be making videos. I'm actually thinking about making a Platinum guide in this very same fashion about Resident Evil 2 Remake, and if I have the time, Resident Evil 7.
No thanks.
You know, all those three games, including Resident Evil 3 Remake, they are getting graphical updates pretty soon, and people are going to be jumping back on it. There's also going to be plenty of newcomers, so yeah, I'm thinking about doing that.
You kidding me?
Let me know in the comments if you'd like for that to happen.
You guys are the ones who caused all of this.
Whoa. What are you talking about?
In here, it doesn't matter, you know, if you're ahead of Carlos, if you're behind him, he's going to open the door all the same.
Come on, it's this way.
And in Resident Evil 3 Remake, I actually grew to love Carlos, man. He's become one of my favorite characters in the franchise. All thanks to good script and Jeff Shine. Skip. 180. Head out. Right, ignore the manual. And one more heads up for you, in case you don't know this. During radio calls, the internal game time also stops, but you can still move. So what you're going to do is, whenever you are in a radio conversation, make sure you are as close to where you need to go as possible, and then skip.
Working on it. So what's the plan?
The old tanks got me clearing the tracks. You might get the subway infrastructure back online.
And how do I do that?
Let's start by restoring power. I'll navigate you to the substation once you leave the main road.
Copy
Okay,
that.
coming up next, you're going to grab 2 gunpowders, mix them, you're going to grab the plants, but don't mix the plants. You need them individually. Trust me. You can see right there, I'm going to mix and do some inventory optimization. I'm going to store my knife, reload, and head out. You don't need to kill this guy. You can see that I'm not gonna. So what I do is I lure him towards me a little bit, then go around him. After you go around the band, grab the ammo. Now on this next turn, you're gonna do an S-shaped path. First to the right, then to the left. If you stick to a straight line, you run the risk of getting hit by the guy who's gonna break through the boxes. Now, this is a very important bit. Don't shoot this drum can, okay? Don't do this. We're gonna be using it for Nemesis later on. This will save us a grenade. So lure them, go around. This zombie in particular, I've done this strategy about 5 or 6 times and he never launched at me. So as long as you keep that same distance, you should be fine. And coming up, what you're gonna do is, you're gonna near that generator, but you're gonna wait for just a little beat. And shoot. So you can actually clock this guy that's in the background. Now you're gonna grab this gunpowder, head into the donut shop, inside, handgun ammo, a gunpowder on the other side. I'm gonna mix and combine. Got a little lost there. And now I'm actually gonna go inside the kitchen so I can grab an herb, the jewel box, and I'm gonna store at least the jewel box. Let's see. Because this is going to yield us another grenade. Yes, I'm going to exit the wrong way. Now through the correct way. And in here, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try and group those zombies so I can take them out. I could have fired a little bit earlier, maybe 1 or 2 seconds earlier than I did. Inside, left. You're gonna kill that guy with headshots, don't worry, you have the time. I think I'm gonna make sure he's dead. Yes, I always do that. Grab fire hose. And I'm actually going to go inside so I can grab my first grenade. And remember, do not use grenades unless I tell you to do so, okay? This is critical to this run. Head back out. Only on your way back, you're gonna go back through the way you came in. You're actually gonna climb this set of ladders. Into the door. And in here, there's gonna be a zombie, but as long as you don't cross over the door, he's not gonna aggro towards you. So I take the opportunity that, you know, he's gone right, and I dodge left. I read a file by mistake. Another gunpowder, which I leave because I don't have the space. The sequence is 9, 3, 7 over here. This is the most important upgrade for your handgun right now. We're gonna be getting all of them without actually going out of our ways. You know, I made this strategy specifically thinking about this. So go up, right, U-turn, go through the right so you avoid the zombies. Don't bother with the drum can. Kick down the ladder, go down, shortcut unlocked, and straight through the gates, put out the fire with the hose.
Gotta put this out.
Simple and effective, as it should be. Break left, inside, you're going to be finding the bolt cutter, and if you want a time verification, there it was for you right now. I stored 2 herbs, grab the bolt cutter.
Is someone in here?
Yes, Nikolai, an amazing man. I'm dying to meet him. So, go inside. Make sure to grab the shotgun shells, okay? You're going to be grabbing 2 boxes so far. Make sure you do that. On this next part, what you're going to do is you're going to approach the generator and make sure to clock at least one of the dogs so they approach the generator at the same time. 2 for 1. Now I'm going to down them. There they go. Straight through. Ignore the zombies over the fence. Break left. Break right. Inside, you're gonna ignore the zombie to your left and go at a 45-degree angle to your right. Break left, up the stairs, break left again, and try and dodge, but if you get hit, it's okay. Yes, I get hit, that's fine. You're gonna see me doing this quite a few times during this run. But I will end with plenty of healing items, and now we're gonna grab another red herb, which I am about to mix. I don't know why I didn't do that right now. I was looking for the hip pouch. It was over there. Yes, now I mix. And since I have enough space, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head outside. You need at least
Smells like
2 inventory spaces, okay? The recommended is 3 because I'll be picking up 2 herbs. Remember, don't mix them, okay? It's going to be a waste of healing items. And I will be leaving certain things behind, you know. Just like if you go around the band, you're going to find, I think, a gunpowder or more handgun ammo, but that's not really needed now. So, open the jewel box. Grab lockpick. Double back. And to the left. This part can be quite cruel. It can severely hamper your progress. So my advice is if you get hit more than twice, if you get infected more than twice, once you're inside, you know, without counting this first one, then actually reload this part. The game's gonna make a checkpoint once you're inside. You can see we're at 12 minutes in, and there's no penalty for reloading. As soon as you enter, what you're gonna do is ignore the first corridor. You can grab an extra herb for protection, you know, for insurance on the second turn. But make it all the way to the end of this hallway and make sure to look back every now and then so you know if you're being followed. Now you're going to break left again. And here's how this works. If you begin activating the elevator and no enemies are near you, chances are you'll be able to do it. But if you can see an enemy as soon as the camera angle changes, then abort, kill the enemy, and do it again. So cross over the catwalk. Go down. Straight forward. Right and right again. Always be on the lookout for critters. You can see that I looked back here and I took this guy out for safety because I knew he was going to hit me. Activate. Coming up, 2 critters are going to be blasting through that very weird and gross looking structure. There was a guy behind me from above. I did not see that. But he is going away, so I didn't bother, and now I'm going to take out those 2 guys. Actually, one's going to run away. Now, break left. Check your surroundings. I think I'll actually be able to activate it. No, I won't. Yes, I ignored my own advice. This happens. I'm going to dash, yes. And now we're going for our final generator. This one's going to be very easy. I'm going to make it in time. Yes. Dodge, but decide to disengage. Then brake right as soon as you double back. Right again. And then swerve. Out you are.
Okay. All that leaves is the main power switch.
And if you're wondering about when you should save, I'm going to be telling you, I'm going to be recommending spots for you to save. Okay, since we haven't really done much, anything that's really dangerous so far, then I don't recommend saving.
Carlos, it's Joe.
And one of the reasons why I told you, actually the reason I told you to ignore those zombies is that on your way back, since there's going to be this radio call, all of the zombies will have disappeared, saving you both time and ammunition.
Know a building?
And the funny thing about this conversation is that it lasts just long enough for you to reach the lockers. Use your lockpick. More ammo. Gunpowder. And a big nothing. Okay, U-turn and double back. Now it's going to be Nemesis' first appearance. If you mess this section up, whether you get bad RNG or something else, then you can also reload like I did. When you see some strange cuts, that's because I reloaded. And if you want to go back and watch what I did, is if you dodge at a very specific location, okay, make sure to go back and watch it in slow motion. What's going to happen is Nemesis' appearance will not stun you, giving you time to go by. In here, yes, I go for a double dodge. And if you manage to not get stuck by the trash bags like I did, then you just have time enough to get past this woman without actually dodging. But if you take a hit, it's fine. I'm gonna grab a free first aid spray because yes. So I mix and leave with 1 healing item. That's really all you need for now. And coming up, remember that drum can I told you not to explode, but actually only use it against Nemesis. So head out, go left to bait Nemesis, run back right. Wait until he's close enough. Boom. 1 shot, 1 grenade saved. I'm not going to be opening that now, I believe. Yes, straight down. This area, which also had zombies, is going to be clear, so more ammo saved. On the standard difficulty, you have plenty of time to make it all the way back to where you need to go. Remember, in here, right, and in here, I think I'm actually going to take a few hits on purpose. Okay, managed to dodge the first one. Second one wasn't so lucky. I take this opportunity to heal. Passcode is fa, ra, sa, fo. From upper to lower. And then the number sequence is 232. If you play the guitar, that's a D chord minus the open D string. And also, don't forget to grab the shotgun ammo that's just to the right of the control panel, okay? So password fa ra sa fo, and the numbers are 232. Simple. Remember, decor
Valid route confirmed.
Carlos, it's me.
minus the open string, of course.
Jill, you are amazing. Tough as nails, too. Hurry back to the station. We'll make sure the subway's ready to depart.
It's easy to know if you actually missed any shotgun ammo pickup, because by now you'll always have 9. You'll always have 9. You can grab 4, I think it was 4 when you first meet Nikolai, and 5 there. Now I'm going for the shotgun. And then there is going to be a first aid spray inside the locker. And listen, even if you feel you don't need those items, always make sure to pick them up. On this run, remember, I made sure to create the safest strategy possible. And here you're gonna get what I call the asshole monster, because that's literally what it is, and it's a giant asshole. Clock him twice. In here, there's a bit of an RNG. Sometimes this cop can lunge. So what you're gonna do is you can run past him, but this time he didn't do it, so I clocked him, clocked this guy too, and don't worry about killing them. What you actually need to do is just get him out of your way. That's it. In here, we're gonna be getting our next grenade. And as soon as you head out, you're gonna be using your first one. I can see that I equipped beforehand. Aim down and toss. Second item box. Now we have a complete G19. We are going to be switching it for trading it for the G18 at the hospital later because of the burst fire. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Go up, break right, and very quickly you're going to head inside the comic book, actually the toy store. Right in front of you is going to be the second jewel box. You're going to be grabbing that. Make sure to avoid the guy that's actually crawling from either out of under the car. Clock this woman. Never mind the guy on the right, but clock the cop on the left. And this guy you can actually clock or try to bypass. You can see that I mess up, but I made it a point to not make this a perfect run, so you can see that, you know, even though there are situations where I will mess up and you won't, or you mess up where I didn't, that it's still doable. I thought this would be a much less intimidating, a much friendlier video for newcomers. So now we're going to open the 2 jewel boxes. First one's going to yield a grenade. Remember guys, grenades are the most critical items to this run. Okay, you can adapt with anything else. You know, maybe you're a little short on shotgun ammo or on pistol, you can make do. But grenades are very specific items, so never miss a single grenade pickup. Both flash and explosive. And with the second one, we're actually going to get the grip for the shotgun. So in here I decided to take another healing item. I'm going to break this crate. Grab the green herb, red herb, go down. This part is actually, you know, pretty straightforward. There's just a cutscene. And here, what you're going to do is you're going to ready your grenade, throw it. Even if you get hit, that's fine. Some shotgun shells. I'm actually going to use a healing item. Grab the shotgun shells, combine, and grab the spray that's over by the shelf right there, to my right. Yeah, Nemesis doesn't know anything about respecting other people's choices. So go up, brake right, turn right, right again, then left, left again, grab the ammo, or not, and it's gonna be 3 times. Or was that 2? Anyway, you just made it through the very first part of the game. As you can see right there, we are at 23 minutes, and this run actually took me 1 hour and 39 minutes, actually high 38s, so adjust accordingly.
Carlos, do you copy?
And here I'm gonna kill this conversation so I can actually enter this room.
A map of the area.
I'm gonna store the bolt cutters instead of discarding them, and I'm also gonna store the G19 handgun. Everything you need for this part is actually your shotgun. Make sure to open the lockers for extra pistol rounds, and most importantly, the shotgun shells. I'm also gonna be grabbing the red herb. I'm gonna store the shotgun, the red herb, and the pistol rounds. Head out. And if you saw a cut, remember, whenever you see a strange cut in the video, that's because I messed up and reloaded. So if you mess up here, just reload. And remember, this isn't counting towards your save. You're actually reloading from autosaves. As soon as you come down to your right, you know, on the pile of garbage, you're gonna find an extra grenade. In here, you're gonna break right instead of going straight forward. The first Gamma, I think it's called Gamma Hunter, is gonna coming up. Yes, when he lunges, attacks, and always fight him from a distance. Don't be a hero, because this is actually the only enemy that's always gonna one-shot you, no matter your health.
What the fuck was that?
They'll usually take somewhere around, you know, 4 to 5, or, you know, if you half-fast a few shots, 6 shotgun shells, but yeah, I think it's pretty safe to assume something between 4 and 5. As soon as they launch, attack. Don't worry, you're gonna have enough ammunition. Now you head up. Grab the battery. Now we're going to be grabbing the high-grade gunpowder. Yes, you can see that I make the amazing decision to leave my lockpick, which is going to cost me an item. So I try to reload, but after you pick up the battery, the game actually makes another autosave. But the good thing is that item behind that locker isn't going to, you know, damage us in any way. So I'm just going to open the one that's not locked and go for the gunpowder. Mix, get more shotgun ammo, which is really, it's everything you need at this point. Double back. And I believe over to your left, just beside the stairs, there were some flame rounds. You don't need to grab them, but they're there if you wish. And now you're gonna ignore this box. Actually shoot it, but you can ignore it. More, 4 extra shotgun rounds. Break left. And now we're gonna be going for the grenade launcher, but first, another Gamma Hunter. Now brake right. This is the second to last Gamma Hunter we're actually going to be killing. A little bit of a close call, but he is gone. Once inside, grab the grenade launcher. It comes with 2 flame rounds, which are actually very useful, and grab the explosive B. Never, ever ignore any explosive pickup that I make, okay? They are going to be some of the most important items we'll be having in the game. Okay, a little bit of a brain fart over there. I don't know what I tried to do, what I tried looking for. So now we're actually just gonna go back. Now straightforward, grenade launcher. You can actually dodge past this guy, but that's very iffy. You know, it can or cannot work depending on RNG and your skill. It's a very precise movement, so I decided not to take my chances. And they always take a step forward before turning so Jill doesn't climb back down. She's kind of stupid. Use the battery pack. Head inside. Go over. For this next part, that guy, you know, that hunter is always going to show up in front of you. So, turn left, unlock, grab battery pack, and wait. You can tell when he's gone by the music. You know, once the music stops, he's gone. So, the way this particular hunter works is he's always going to try and cut you off. So what we're going to do is we're going to bait him. You know, he's going to jump to try and intercept us at actually at paths we did not intend to take. So I'm going to bait him right in front of me. Run right. Use the battery pack on the door. Go inside. Another hip pouch. There is a gunpowder which I'm looking for. Yes, it's right there. Explosive A. Don't go out. Wait. It's the same thing. Wait for the music cue, okay? Once it goes out, once the music stops, then you can exit. I grab another gunpowder over there. Remember to grab the battery pack, because it's easy to forget to do this. Yes, now we're gonna bait him to our left. And run right across the catwalk. Brake right again, kick down the ladders, go down. Battery pack, and we are free of the sewers. And if you're enjoying this video, then remember to hit that like button and subscribe, because I'm going to be making more videos like this, both Resident Evil related or not. Okay? So there's a lot of good stuff coming. And if you wish to support us, and if you wish to support more videos like this, you know, it takes a lot of time, a lot of strategizing, a lot of trial and error, then make sure to check out our Patreon. You can become a member at our Patreon page, and right here on YouTube as well. You can also make donations over at Buy Me a Coffee, one-off donations. In here is pretty simple. Just grab the left wall, run inside, into the room. What you're going to do is you're going to be grabbing an explosive. I think it's going to be an explosive A. No, B. Oh, it's A. Okay. And then you're going to be grabbing the green herb. On this next bit, you don't need to open the item chest right now. You can proceed perfectly well as you are. All you need is your shotgun. You're only going to be firing a single shot. So I'm going to skip this. Head out. You turn to your right, climb the escalators. Ready your shotgun. Man, I was really tired. Glock this guy. Run past.
I gotta get out. Quick.
Keep climbing. Brake left. Knock over floorboards. Actually, they're planks, not floorboards. Cross up the stairs. Cutscene. Skip. Keep climbing. Don't stop. Remember, the building is burning. Go straight. Cross. Right. And you can see that section of Raccoon City where you were just now. Up the ladder. And this is an opportunity for you to make your very first save, but as you've seen, an autosave has just been made, so you know you can also choose to just sort your inventory. Make sure to bring your pistol, your ammunition, your grenade launcher, and that's it. Battle starts, run to your left. You know, you can hide, you can take some shelter behind those materials, and can see that Jill wanted to dry her hair. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna shoot Nemesis' tank. That thing is so anime. I don't know why he does it. And the best opportunities for you to attack Nemesis are actually after he attacks, because he's gonna leave his tank exposed. 1 or 2 shots. As long as you begin moving away from him as soon as he begins attacking, then you're gonna be fine. Now we're gonna move into phase 2. So I'm gonna head over this metal structure, and I'm gonna be picking up pistol rounds and grenade rounds. Explosive ones.
Still kicking?
You could use this generator in this fight, but I'm not gonna do that. There's no real need, at least not the standard difficulty. Now you're gonna be opening this case, which if you open it before Nemesis reaches phase 2 is gonna contain a green herb. The way to attack Nemesis with grenade rounds is while he is attacking. Because if you attack him when he's just walking, he is gonna dodge every single one of your grenades. So it's pretty simple actually. Get an attack, grenade him. Stupid. And I'm gonna grab the 7 shotgun shells, which you should too. You can actually grab this while this battle plays out, but you know, I tried streamlining things.
Loud and clear. You all right?
Yeah. Bastard's dead.
Good. Fuck him. What were you thinking? Turning yourself into bait. You could have been killed.
Don't start.
You just head over to the fire truck. You can also choose to pick up the handgun ammo, like I did. This is so cool. I always wanted to do this, ever since I was a kid. Go down, beeline, but, you know, beeline towards Kendo's gun shop, but make sure to kind of move away from that chick that's feeding on a corpse, because she can grab you. That's happened to me. Once inside, explosive B. There's an herb, but I think I'm full. Yes, I am, so I'm gonna offload a few things. Item chest over there. You can see that I stored my grenade launcher and its ammunition because I won't be needing it for this next part. So grab everything, make the shotguns second to last upgrade. We're not going to be going for the final one. Now head out. Use Kendo's key on this lock gate. Grab the green herb that's just beside the guy that's lying down. But be aware, he is actually alive, as far as a zombie can be alive. Block this guy from a distance. Approach. Another one. Yes, he actually took me 3 shots. This can happen sometimes. In here, you're gonna be facing another asshole monster. Clock him once from a distance and be quick about it so he doesn't hit you first. And if you're unsure, then you can clock him twice, so you can kill him.
Rocket launcher? Really?
Now, bait a shot, bait another one, and then bait another one. Zigzag. What I do here is I break left, and when I reach this spot, I switch over to the grenade, toss it, and get absolutely nothing. I don't know why I thought I'd be getting anything. If you are in danger, remember, you don't need to rush. It can take out everyone in your path. And here Nemesis is gonna show up again. Oh, hello there, Mr. Asshole Monster. How do you do? Yes, I think the third one is gonna be a near miss. Yes. You can actually dodge in between his shots. Now, up the scaffolding. This part's pretty straightforward, just follow the path. Nothing new.
And lead him right to you?
It's okay. Trust me.
This is insane.
Now I'm gonna climb back down, and as you can see that I have my, I believe it's my last grenade at the ready. This is gonna be our last encounter with humanoid nemesis. It's kind of pathetic, I know, but it's gonna be the last one. So I wait here, toss the grenade at the corner of the structure so it doesn't overshoot nemesis, and he's down. And now I have my item, which are 6 flame rounds. And the most ironic thing is that flame rounds are, you know, the most damaging type of grenade you can use against nemesis, and he carries them with him, so yeah, he must have some problems. And here, just follow Carlos of duty. Keep heading down. This is really, it's standard procedure. There's nothing you can do here that you wouldn't normally do.
Hey, you saved my ass first. You're a hell of a lot braver than me.
Well, what matters is that we can get everyone out of the city now.
Yeah. Now you'll be safe.
What about you?
From the sound of it, I won't be catching the train.
Why not?
Now that we knew orders. If it means I can help save the city, it's fine by me.
Oh, Carlos, you're so manly. Down towards the train. Cutscene plays out. Skip, 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 skip. And now we're going to be playing as Carlos inside the police precinct.
This is the police.
And we are at 42 minutes.
Looks like a cemetery to me.
And here, just proceed forward, skip the cutscene. And as for Brad, you can choose to take him. He's going to take a lot of ammunition. So you can leave him behind, but if you do so, you're going to be missing on some really good pickups. So yeah, Brad goes down. And remember, I am avoiding to the best of my possibilities you know, to tell you, oh, tackle this guy, dodge this, dodge that, you know, so it's very smooth sailing.
Where'd that cop go?
Now, this part, there's nothing you can do for a few seconds. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go ahead from the left circle, grab this green herb, go back,
I thought this was
and then just, you know, stand near Tyrell so the cutscene plays out.
Carlos, take a look at this. I've located the STARS office. Remember, Bard had access to Umbrella's darkest secrets. He knows we'll try to keep him under our thumbs.
So this search and rescue mission is really more like...
Good God, man, I love Jet Shine's voice acting so much. He's brilliant.
To know.
I'll open the shutter so you can get through.
You stay here and find out what's been going on here at the station.
I'll call you if I find anything.
Now head over to the waiting room.
Be careful.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna store the pistol and the knife and the pistol ammunition. I will not be using the pistol in here, okay? There's no need. Okay, remember, you know, always set your shortcuts to buttons you are comfortable, you are used to, so you don't mess up. First ID card use. And there you have it, 16 rounds. This next part is pretty straightforward.
What the hell was that?
Run straight. Break right. Straight again. Left and right, and yes, now you're gonna have to clock your first guy. You don't need to kill him, you can just knock him down. For this next part, as soon as the cop bursts through the doors, tackle him. That's it, no skill needed. He shows up, tackle. Go inside, around the table, grab your first flash, you're gonna be using it right now. So, more assault rifle ammo, a small radio chat, skip, unlock. In you go. Make sure to toss your flash grenade across the hall so you can actually hit the guys over the bend. Now, this is absolutely important. As soon as you reach the end of this hallway, turn back and kill all of those guys. I'm going to explain to you why I decided not to do this because I was trying something else so I could streamline things, but this actually has a very negative implication. I'm going to explain it to you in a moment, so make sure to kill this guy on your way up. When you're on the 3rd floor, grab a key on top of the boxes. Grab an herb. The passcode here is DCAP, not CAP. Assault rifle ammo. Now, while I play Carlos of Duty, let me explain real quick why I messed up. You see, I discovered by accident that if you kill all of those guys, this is actually an intricate sequence of events. If you take out all of those guys before you head back down, what's actually going to happen is when you exit the armory, you know, which you need to enter to grab the battery, the liquor will actually be gone. Okay, and this won't be happening to me because I didn't kill him beforehand. And remember, trigger, discipline. Okay, don't let out long bursts. Make it short ones. There's one less guy, and coming up, straight ahead, you know, on this very wall that's directly in front of us, we're gonna have this room where we could actually go for the tactical dot sight for Carlos's rifle. I didn't pick it up, but it's there. Now I'm checking and making sure if everyone's dead, and they are. In here, you know, there's the liquor. Make sure you're already walking facing the door. You have a very good chance of not getting hit. The kills are 104, 106, 109. However, I only go for 104 and 109 because that's the battery pack that I need and an extra grenade. I don't think I'm going to be picking up the rifle ammunition. Let's see. Oh, I am. Okay. Well, an extra 30, not bad. Make sure to keep an eye out to your left because there's going to be that guy who could easily grab you if you're not careful enough. So now we're going to be heading back out. And since I didn't kill those guys preemptively, the liquor was there waiting for me, but I was able to escape him with relative ease. You know, only one hit, that's more than tolerable. Radio chatter. Now we go for the CAP code. Another much welcome flash. Green herb. Now we're gonna mix to make some room, and as soon as this battle starts, let's see what I'm gonna do. Okay, so there's a few ways you can go about this, but the safest way I usually go is I toss a flash, kill the first guy, then turn left, kill the guys by the showers. At least the first one that's directly to my left. You can see the second guy over there. And once this is done, I just toss a grenade. This guy actually escapes the blast, the fucker. So yeah, I'm gonna kill him, and a guy always bursts out. So we take him out, then locker time, first aid spray, yes, and more assault rifle ammo. I double check, there was no real need. And here I get absolute garbage RNG. You can usually just run past this guy from his right, or you could also bait him out. You know, you exit, then you hug the wall behind you to your left, bait him out, then go around to his right, and you're usually okay. So, as you can see, grab the first aid spray. The red herb. The flash, which is really, really important. Make the last use of Brad's card. More assault rifle ammo, 50 rounds, that's a lot. Make sure not to leave it behind. And exit. Police precinct is over. And now we're actually going to be doing one of my favorite parts in the game. The battle against Nemesis Hound. Or Hound Nemesis, wherever.
Am I the only one who made it?
Straight, break left. And in here, it's very important that you pick up the mine rounds, okay? This is paramount to the upcoming battle. So basically, I'm gonna make some room so I can pick up everything. You know, I find it faster, at least manually, to just make some immediate room, pick up every single item, and then restore things. For this fight, I'm going to be taking pistol rounds, shotgun rounds, grenade launcher, and both flame and mine rounds. And I also bring one healing item. So I'm going to cut this next part because I was still sorting through my stuff. I also end up taking 3 explosive rounds, and on this next bit, what you're going to do is you're going to go across and kinda, you know, remain on the left side, but don't hug the wall too much. Up here, 3 guys, depending on how this goes, the RNG. You know, like you can see here, I went for a 2-for-1 deal. I love when this happens. Upstairs, we have an absolutely breathtaking view, and I wasn't talking about Jill. I'm actually talking about the riverside, which I completely ignore because I am on the clock. So, on the bench, green herb. And if you head over to your left, just by the car, you can actually find, I think, it's pistol rounds and a red herb inside a box. But you don't need it. But it's there if you want it. As usual, just hold forward, because that's how RE3 Remake was made. Okay, as soon as the battle starts, go over, cross over to his left side and begin circling the statue. Shoot flame rounds, switch to the pistol, and begin laying on him. Now for maximum damage, what I usually do is I wait until Nemesis stops burning before I shoot another flame round. And remember, make sure to never go too far from him, because if you do so, what Nemesis is going to do is he's going to howl, stop you dead on your tracks, and then he's going to ram you. And dodging that attack in particular is very, very hard. So always try to stay somewhere between, 45 to 70 degrees away from him. Okay, he's entered phase 2. So you see that angled container that's just in front of me. That is the container in which I'm going to be shooting all of my mine rounds, because I'm pretty sure, I know he's going to go through it every single time. And make sure you're not too close to the container, because Nemesis has a tendency to fly towards you. Empty your shotgun, switch over to the pistol. Maybe 4 or 5 shots. Yes. And then what you're going to do is you're going to immediately start circling the statue again for your own protection. Okay, he's going to climb on everything, because that's what this thing does. And now I'm actually going to go for a few shotgun rounds since I am dead out. You can see right there, a very generous amount. And here I decided to shoot the mine round earlier, so I wouldn't miss his second cycle. And I say cycle because you usually circle the arena maybe 2 or 3 times before climbing the clock tower. Same thing, go back to circling the statue. And don't worry about running out of pistol ammunitions, because as you can see right there, there are shotgun shells to the north. And as I was saying, don't worry about running out of pistol ammunition, okay? Because for the rest of this run, there's only ever going to be a single instance in which you're going to be using it. So, fire away. And in here, I actually miss his last cycle, so he manages to climb. So when he comes down, be ready to dodge. And if you are unsure of what he's going to do next, circle the statue until he resumes climbing on top of things. That's the safest route. So since he's taking his sweet time to go back up, I decided to switch back to the flame rounds, because fuck them. A pretty straightforward battle. Okay, he has resumed with his fuckery. Will I make it in time? Yes, I will. Oh, okay. He turned around, I think. That's weird. 2. Yes. So, as you can see, this definitely wasn't my fastest time beating Nemesis. But I decided to keep this battle the way it actually happened, even though I got hit a few times. It certainly wasn't optimal, because I wanted to show people, I wanted to show, not just tell them, that you can make a few mistakes here and there and still make very good time and have a lot of leeway. So, you're not playing near the 2-hour limit. There's a lot of mistakes that you can do and still get an S rank. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be clearing this arena, and you should be too, because there are many important items. And make sure to pick up the mine rounds, which are actually over here, just inside this car. I believe there's another pickup, so make sure you go for that too. Now in here, I think, yes, I discard one flame round, go for the mine rounds, which will actually, you know, they're not going to be used exactly to kill enemies later on in the laboratory. We're going to be using them to actually topple enemies out of our way. And that was the clock tower-ish battle done.
You okay?
Now, alright, for the hospital part with Carlos, I made sure to streamline it as much as I could. Now, make sure you have your remaining flash grenade at the ready. And now I'm going to enter this reception, take a few steps in, so I can actually lure the woman that's behind the door at the far end. Once she bursts in, flash him out. Yes, she stays in my way. That's really annoying, but I'm still able to make it past. Then exit, brake right, left, straight. You don't need to pick up the tape player right now. Make sure to pick up the herb by the bench. So brake left. There's a chance you could be grabbed. This was sort of a magnetic grab. The guy was definitely not within reach, but this is Resident Evil 3 and this type of shit happens. Now, as you go through the door, brake right, go up. And this first hospital bed, like I said, is going to be really, really quick. Up the stairs. You're going to brake left. Out into the external area. Then I always make sure that this guy is dead. And once inside, I'm going to suffer a colossal brain fart. You don't need to head left. You actually have to go straight. Cross over this platform. Brake right. And down you go. There's going to be the rifle grip inside the vase. Make sure to grab it. It's not the most important rifle upgrade. As a matter of fact, I think it's the least important one. But it's there. Cross over, grab the key. I don't know why I did that. Maybe I hallucinated and thought it was alive. It was going to bite me or whatever. So head right, inside, left. Oh, yes. Assault rifle ammo right there. And what you're going to do is you're actually going to climb again. Go up. And now you're going to turn left. You're going to have to excuse some navigational mistakes that I made. I was really, really tired. Like I said, that was like my third or fourth run. So, yes, brake left. Ignore room, grab map. Brake right, enter room. There's going to be rifle ammo by the desk. Yes. Now use key and then discard, of course. Now inside, you're going to grab the ID card in the last locker to the left. And on the row of lockers to your right, there's going to be a flash grenade, which I'm going to grab right now. That was really quick, but it was there. And now exit. Okay, I'm going to discard the key first. Always a good idea. And as soon as you leave, here's how this is going to go. A hunter is going to show up. So as soon as you regain control, point your camera up. For some reason, he won't attack you if you do so. Or at least is less likely to do that. Now, what we're going to do is brake right and enter the nurse's room, okay? There's going to be assault rifle on the shelf, a green herb. Now you can take your time. Maybe you need to restart some things, you need to organize your inventory. Do so. And now I'd like to take a moment to show you exactly what we're going to do. We're going to be entering the nurse's station. Then we're going to go through the southwest corridor, the L-shaped corridor, into the linen room, and then into the room where the tape recorder, actually the tape, actually is. So you can see just cross over the skyway. And for this safe, which is the most important safe for Carlos, the combination is 9 and 3. That's it. Okay, you know, 9 left and 3 right. Now for the dual magazine, the trick about it, and that's something a lot of people don't know, is that this, those dual magazines you picked up, they are fully loaded by default. So instead of combining them right away, what you do is empty your clip and then combine. This way you'll get a free 64 rounds. Inside, more ammo. Then make sure to cap those 2 scientists inside, so they don't ruin your game. That's happened to me before. See, I'm gonna combine the dual mags right there, and I have 64 free rounds. And we are 1 hour and 3 minutes into this run, which is plenty of time. Plenty of time. For this next part, what you're gonna do is you're gonna slightly enter the room and then back out and have a flash grenade at the ready. When the hunter opens the door, just lob it at his feet. You can see that I messed up. It actually bounced off on his foot, but it still worked. And in there, I make a bad judgment call and ended up getting hit twice. You can see that there are 2 hunters inside this room, but if you manage to stun them both, you will, you know, there's a big likelihood that you are going to get hit on either your way in or out or both, like in my case. But again, remember, Carlos is a battle tank. He can take this damage. He can tank this and not die. And besides, we have a lot of items. So now we are actually, you know, instead of jumping down, dropping down through the window, we're going to be taking another path. In here, I also decided to tank. You know, this is the last section in which we're going to be playing as Carlos, so we have plenty of items to spare, so I decided to make use of them. Now, we're heading back the way we came. You know, we're going to go down through the stairs, and the reason for this is because of this next area we are going to be getting into. You can see that we're going to be accessing it from the south corridor, not the east one. And that's actually a little bit easier, in my opinion. The main reason we're going to be coming here is because inside the room to our left, you can see that I decided to clear those guys out right now. Inside the room to our left, you know, we're going to be using the card again. Watch out for the zombie that comes in through the window. It's those 4 grenades. They are 2 flashes. I believe there are 2 flashes and 2 explosive rounds. Exploding grenades, I'm sorry. There's some handgun ammo over there, but I picked it up by accident. I'm promptly going to discard it. And right here, I'm going to try and make use of the Bugs Bunny trick. That is just lure your opponents around an object so you can bypass them. Classic. I think I'm going to try and flash them, but I'm going to get hit. Oh, okay. So I managed to pull a punch. I managed to counter them. But then what I do here is, again, I make use of the fact that Carlos can take a lot of damage. So instead of, you know, risking throwing a flash and then getting hit all the same, I decide to simply get hit and save myself another flash grenade. And now we're gonna combine. Like I said, there was no need to pick up the grenade preemptively.
All I wanted to know was what the documents were doing in your office in the first place.
Who do you think you're talking to? I'm goddamn Nathaniel Bard. I'm the best.
We have some assault rifle ammo. Then we're gonna see Nathaniel, who's not doing so great.
Tyrell.
Yeah, he's been better.
He's been shot.
Shit. And the vaccine?
Make sure to grab the green herb. Cutscene. I think there are more assault rifle ammos behind me. Let's see if I'm gonna pick him up.
Alright, Joe. Hang tight.
Yeah, I don't. And also, as I'm playing, whenever I access my inventory, whenever I ready my weapon, then make sure to keep track of how much ammunition I have. And in this hallway, in this reception area, you're gonna run straight past them. You know the hunter's gonna show up. Run straight, ignore. I don't know why I made that fucking pause. Shouldn't have done that. Now I'm gonna flash. Yes, I wasn't fast enough. My idea was to flash right in front of me, you know, right in front of my feet, and hit both the hunter and the girl. Didn't work. Right there, I got good RNG. I was able to skip past them, you know, without many problems. But in that last reception area, if you feel like you need to, then surely enough, you can toss your second flash grenade. You know, flash grenades, at this point, they are not so critical anymore. Okay, you're actually going to be needing your explosive grenades for the Carlos of Duty segment. You're going to be needing at least 3 of them. You have 2. And pretty soon you're going to pick up a few more. So make sure you pick up any health items you may have. And you can see that in this section, I deliberately fire on the wall. Let me explain why I do that. Resident Evil 3 Remake has something that I call it DDS, Dynamic Difficulty System. That means basically that the game will adapt itself to your level of gameplay. If you're playing too well, what the game's going to do is it's going to get harder, you know, even though you've chosen a specific difficulty, there's still this hidden difficulty scaling system. So if you actually begin this very battle by hitting your marks, the game's going to push you up. The game's going to scale you up, and this part is going to get significantly harder. So I always make sure that I waste, you know, something around 15 to 20 rounds just to be sure. In here, this is pretty much straightforward. Always be on the lookout for the door if you need, you know, if there's a cluster of zombies and you cannot dispose of them quickly enough without using a grenade or something like that, then make sure to clock the generators. You have 2 of them, you know, one by the doors and one by the window directly across from the reception desk. And there's a few pointers I want to give out here. First, there are, I think, 170 rounds of rifle ammo at each of those pickups. There's one over there, just under that painting. Actually, it's an ad, but not a painting. And there's another one below that light bulb to now Carlos's right. And they are 170 each, not combined. As soon as the lights go out, be ready because a hunter will always enter the arena. You can see that I shoot a generator for safety and then instantly switch to my grenade. He bursts in and I shoot my grenade at his feet. He always goes down on the first grenade. Inside, what I do is I pick up every single grenade. I think it's 3 explosives and 2 flashes. I activate the switch, restore the power, and then I just keep tabs on what's going on around me. You know, I use my spatial awareness. I never stand still. I never look at the same spot for too long. Not only because of the doors, but because eventually those guys could swarm me. Okay, and you should do the same. Always be on the move. Always be looking at every single direction whenever possible. Yes, in here things begin getting a little bit too hot, so I go for one grenade that hits pretty much everyone. I don't know how it did. Oh yes, it hit, but he transformed into the asshole monster. Yes, this is the part I was waiting for. Whenever Tyrell says, almost got it, be on the lookout. Okay, look out for sound cues, because the last hunter is actually going to show up. Not exactly, you know, as soon as he says it, but in a moment. So be on the lookout, watch every angle, and as soon as he appears, grenade him. Simple. There he is! I got scared for a little while there because the grenade landed a little bit too far from him, but it connected all the same. And you can see right here that I am beginning to run a little low on ammunition, but I'm still safe. The first thing I always do, you know, because I still have a free grenade left, I lob an explosive grenade in front of those guys. You know, it's the safest way to go. It's the simplest way to go, really. And in here, you know, Tyrell has pretty much funneled every single one of them. So you can just focus your shots on one spot, and if you have flash grenades, you can also go for them. You know, this is Carlos's last dance. You know, so go for it. Yes, the second flash was absolutely needless, but, you know, I had it. I'm not gonna play as Carlos anymore, so why not? And okay, so now we're going to be playing as Jill again, and word of advice, we will be ignoring the magnum. We won't be picking it up simply because there's absolutely no need in the standard difficulty, and we are going to be exchanging our I think it's it's the G19 for the G18 because of its burst fire capabilities, okay? And also make sure that you bring your lockpick. And let's see what I'm going to do here. Yes, I'm going to bring the grenade. Yes, by this point, I'm still going to grab the G18, but that's going to be more for the final battle against Nemesis. You know, that's the sole reason I'm grabbing it. And as you can see right here, I'm actually going to enter back because I forgot my lockpick. Let's see what I'm doing there. Yes, so I make up some room, but my setup is still the same. Grenade launcher, the mine rounds, they're really, really important. Shotgun, and the pistol for, you know, because I wasn't really thinking that ahead. And that's it. Now, for this guy, he could be in, you know, one of two positions. First, he can be laying on his back, faced towards the door, or he can be standing still like he was right now. In both cases, just clock him with the shotgun once. Absolutely simple.
Oh, this must be the way in front.
This part is really straightforward. Just proceed towards the elevator, activate it. Reload all your firearms if you need, you know, standard procedure. And you can see, yes, I'm spinning in circles because I have nothing to do. And we are 1 hour and 15 minutes into this current run. Head over to your left. I always love this area's design so much. It's just a shame that it was underused. But that's not what we're here for today. We're not here to discuss the game itself. And grab an herb, make a mixture. Coming up, we're gonna have the fuzz. That's a new one. We're gonna have the fuse puzzle. Okay, and it may seem hard at first, but it's actually really, really easy. And if you follow this guide, you're actually gonna be getting the under 5-minute achievement. So now we're gonna get our, I think this is gonna be our last hip pouch. Yes, I store them on healing item. Let's see what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Okay, that was actually a good choice. You can either go for the mine rounds or the explosive rounds, it doesn't really matter. And in here, I decided to make my second save. Because you see, the thing with manual saves is, you know, you could ask me, okay, why would I save manually if you have so many checkpoints? The thing is, you may screw up really hard at a point, and you know, there's going to be an autosave, and you won't be able to make it back past that point, so you're stuck with your fuck up. You know, so there are a few points where yes, it's worth autosaving. And after you try activating the elevator, there's a guy over there, but head straight for the lever, back up, and just lure him towards you enough so that you can go around inside the elevator and activate the lever. Simple. I always turn around, you know, just to make sure. I always get tempted. Now, I believe I'm gonna go... Yes, I have enough space, so I'm gonna grab the first fuse right off the bat. Then... Yeah, this wasn't really needed, you know, unless you want the red herb. So now I go down this ladder, and I'm actually gonna equip the shotgun. The dogs, they have two RNGs. They can lunge really quick or really slow, but what I do is, as soon as they regain control, I move my camera almost towards my feet and wait for the first dog to come. The second one isn't usually, you know, too far behind, so be ready for him as well. Just make sure you don't raise your sights too much, or he may give you the slip and bite you. Now we have another red herb right at Jill's feet. And I decided to discard 7 pistol rounds because there's really no need to use it. And leave that lever alone, okay? Do not touch it. This is a trap. This whole place is more of a trap than really complex in itself. So this lever you're going to access because you're actually going to raise the platform that's right in front of you. And for this next part, you don't really need to kill anyone, okay? Including the Gamma Hunter that's just behind us. You don't need to kill him. But if you like the confidence, then, you know, you can go with a shotgun blast, or you can even grenade those guys inside the container, but it's not really needed, you know? Just give them one wide berth, pick up the fuse, hug the wall. Now, what you're going to do is, as soon as you regain control, you're going to dash forward once and go for the stairs. Whenever you're climbing or descending ladders, you are invincible by default. So, you know, it didn't matter that he could have one shot at us. Now, inside this room, grenade launcher at the ready. Shoot at the ground so you hit everyone. Both guys are dead, and I finished the regenerator. The lightweight regenerator, you know, this is not nearly as scary as the RE4 one was. I finish him off with shotgun rounds. He takes 3 shots. I do one more to check. I thought this was something important. Was not. I unlock the shortcut back to the first room. And, you know, I take the other exit, climb down the stairs, then there's going to be a hunter right now. The first one's going to connect. I think the second's going to miss. No, I play it safe and switch over to the shotgun. Smart of me. There we go. Last fuse. Simple.
Right, here goes.
Hit the like button if you were able to follow those instructions and they really helped you out. Your support is really important for me. You know, it's what enables me to keep on making videos like this. So I ask you, please. Now, we are going to return to the item chest. We're going to store a few things. Remember, take the fuses, and I'm actually going to whip out my mine rounds right now, load them into my grenade launcher. And I don't concern myself with inventory optimization much right now, because what we're going to do is really simple. Block those guys with 1 mine round. I'm actually gonna get hit, but yeah, it's just really weak damage, so it doesn't really matter. Now I use the 3 fuses. Head straight up. Now what you want to do is access this terminal right in front of you.
What was he doing?
This way.
And you can now actually rest up a little bit in terms of gameplay, because this whole sequence is scripted.
We'll find the vaccine.
And since Tyrell is actually hurt, he is going to be lagging a little bit. And there is no actual use or purpose in reaching the door before him, because he's going to stop
Back.
all the same, you know, so you don't need to
Get
run.
this done.
So now that Tyrell bought the farm, enter laboratory, head straight. This is going to be the only save room of this place. I think I'm going to store a few things. No, let's see what I'm going to do. Yes, I'm going to store the single explosive rounds. I'm actually going to whip out the mine rounds, because I'm going to be using the mine rounds here extensively as a substitute for hand grenades. That's exactly what they're going to be for right now. We don't need to save them for our next battle against Nemesis Hound, okay? There's no need for that. And there's high-grade gunpowder. You know what that means? It means more shotgun ammo, obviously, since we're not going for the magnum, of course. And I think I saw back there, yes, there was a green herb, and I'm out. So now break left, head up, then break right, ignore the corridor to your left, enter this room, over those beds, round those beds, access the terminal, grab the USB device. I don't think Jill removed it safely. Double back, head downstairs. Left. Insert USB stick into terminal. Pretty simple.
Override complete.
Inside, you're gonna run straight ahead, climb the stairs, and hit him with a mine round. That's probably not gonna kill him, so turn around and finish the job with the shotgun round. This is important, so he won't obstruct your path on your way back. Now here we're gonna get the first part of the vaccine. I think that's the base. Oh, culture sample. Okay.
To synthesize the vaccine.
I actually clocked this woman, but there's no real reason for this. I think it's just, yeah, it's just 15 pistol rounds, and you don't really need it, so I can skip this part. Feel free to grab, I'm sorry, feel free to grab the gunpowder rounds. In here, switch back to the grenade launcher, find some sort of middle ground, boom. And in that case, you don't need to kill those guys, you just use the mine round to knock them out of your way. More gunpowder. Now you're gonna circle around to the back of this room. Glock this guy that's on the ground. Reinsert this huge power cell back in its place. Free first aid spray. As you can see, I have plenty of healing items. And as I made my way in, I'm gonna be honest, this part actually concerned me. It left me a little tense before I actually cleared it, but once I got things down, you know, once I got things right, then it became really, really simple. And remember, the hunters will only jump at you on your way back, not on your way in. So head up. And as you can see, I actually had to reload because I got some terrible RNG on this next part. So have your grenade launcher at the ready. And this time I preemptively shot a mine round. Went for a second one, no mercy. Third one. I switched over to my shotgun, finished the job. Clocked this woman. Now combine the sample with whatever that was and have the vaccine base. In here, grenade powder, gunpowder, and then explosive A. Listen, if you have to choose between explosive powder and regular gunpowder, always go for explosives, okay? Always. You won't really need to do this, especially if you're following this guide, but yeah. Now, what's actually going to happen is we are going to be raided. We're going to be assaulted by 3 hunters on their standard difficulty. They won't show up right now. They'll only show up once we cross over this tube. Yes, and make it about the lights on the ground. So I preemptively set a mine. That was actually really lucky. I hit both of them. And as you can see, I had to switch to my shotgun so I wouldn't get slaughtered. I could have done it, a little bit differently. As soon as I had my back against the elevator's wall, I could have shot another mine round, and that I think it would have also done the trick. But, many different options, and it's up to us to do our best. And there was another red herb over there. On your way back, you can, you have permission to use the remainder of your mine rounds. Just, clear the path. That's it. Now, exit, brake right again, go up. Right again, into the big science hall thing, whatever you call it.
To begin vaccine synthesis,
Place material. And the sequence here is from left to right. You're gonna press 1 and 2 because it's mid, high, and low. That's it. So from left to right, 1 and 2. That's it. Now you're gonna be synthesizing the vaccine. Pick it up. Cutscene. Run straight into the vents. Yeah, that was on purpose. So now what I have to do is just hold forward again. I don't know who thought this was it would be fun or challenging or terrifying. No, you're just holding forward. Okay, guys, this is your second to last stop, I believe, before you finish the game. So now I'm gonna do some quick dumping. I already explained to you what it was. Okay, not so quick. I'm gonna pick everything up. And you're getting ready for Nemesis Hound 2, okay? And I want you to have as many flame rounds as you possibly can. Combine explosives A and B, and really just focus on flame rounds. So bring as many as you can. Of course, you don't need to waste an inventory space if you're gonna just leave one of them right there. But if it's like, from maybe 4 onwards, then make sure to bring them all. So what I'm actually going to do right now in order to save some space is I pulled out all of my flame rounds, loaded my grenade launcher with them. As you can see right there, it's much more streamlined. I'm going to be doing some organizing. I have no idea what I'm looking for. Oh yes, I wanted the shotgun. And remember, this is the shotgun's last rodeo. Okay? This is the shotgun's last rodeo because when you reach the final form, you know, when you reach Nemesis' final form on standard difficulty, the G18 is really all you're going to use. And in here, I'm going to be making my last save. I believe it's going to be my last save.
What in God's name is this place?
And for this battle, it's pretty much the same battle that it was at the riverside, but Nemesis has a few different attacks. He now has this long whip thing instead of his left, I'm going to say arm, as you can see right there. And since I suffered a brain fart, what I actually did was load. Okay, if you do that, if you feel like you need to load, if you feel like you need to reload a section, just do so. This time around, you know, on that other cycle, I didn't have my grenade launcher at hand, so we had that unfortunate start, but now I have it. So I'm gonna use the flame rounds mainly to halt Nemesis from doing his standard attacks. But again, I'm gonna wait until the fire actually goes out before I shoot my next round. And in the meanwhile, yeah, that was really weird because he was on fire, then he wasn't, and he magically was again. So I go for another flame round. Those attacks that he does when he's really close to you, they are not really all that threatening. The only attack that's really dangerous, it's this one. But as you can see right there, I stop his attack with another flame round. This time, I actually, you know, I wasn't able to wait, of course, for the flames to die out. So basically, what you're gonna do is you clock him with one flame round, switch over to the pistol, hit him, fire goes out, repeat. And for the second phase, what's gonna happen is at every generator cycle, and watch out for Carlos's cues, or you can also follow him visually, but if you do so, you run the risk of being attacked by those zombies. So I try to keep a balance between killing the zombies before Nemesis could actually jump at me from the reactors and focusing on him. You know, it's a very dynamic thing. And of course, Nemesis itself, not him, but itself, is actually going to kill some zombies on his path. He doesn't really care much about them. And there is some ammunition scattered throughout the battlefield. I think I'm going to be coming across shotgun shells right now. No, the shotgun shells, yes, they are to its left. And I made a pause on purpose so you could see where it was on the map. I don't think I'm going to be fast enough. I was.
I got this.
And Carlos is going to do what Carlos does.
Not what I intended to hit. But I'll take it. Yeah.
Yes, that was a dangerous one, but you know, fortunately we can try and dodge whenever we need. The dodge function isn't really up there. You know, it's kind of iffy, but it works. It works more correctly. That's yeah. Let's leave it at that. It works a little better when you're fighting Nemesis. I think the main issue are the zombies themselves.
Got some more incoming. On your right.
And from here on out, there's really not much I can say, with the exception that sometimes he'll actually jump at you. So be ready. And here I use my last healing item. I could have brought many more, but he's about to go down soon. I make another dodge. Yes, I whipped the shotgun way too late into this fight.
Nikolai?
You know, I could have done it at least maybe 30 or 40 seconds after the beginning of phase 2. I wanted to save my ammunition for the zombies, but that was a terrible call. I did not need to do that. And now we're gonna face Nemesis' last form. And if you need, make sure to grab some handgun ammunition. You don't need more than 60 at the ready, besides the 33 you already have. and grab any healing items you may have left behind. And there, of course, I think there's going to be 2 at least in the arena. So open this and make sure to pay attention to his arms, because as soon as this battle begins, Nemesis slams his arms, I'm gonna call it arms, on the ground. And a fun fact about the railgun is that you don't really need to aim. Just pick it up, mash R2.
Did you? How about some more?
Now you're gonna have to destroy those tumors. They look like tumors. Don't be stupid like I was. And in here, I decide to go for the cylinder that was actually closer to Nemesis himself. Now I'm gonna go for the one that was closer to me. You know, because if he begins moving when I'm doing this, it's a lot safer for me to be farther away from him than, you know, just by his side. Now I'm gonna have... Yes, I have 1 cylinder left. Let's hope I'm not stupid. Nope, I wasn't. Shoot the tumors, dodge the acid whatevers they are. I don't really want to think about what they could be. We've had enough of gross things coming from Nemesis. Last cylinder. And remember, I am doing a no item shop run, so, you know, if you have the assault coin, the reload tool, infinite weapons, and so on and so forth, you're probably going to have a huge advantage over me. That's one of the reasons why you know, the final shot, it's done. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to make an absolute vanilla run, no advantages whatsoever, because most people that are actually going to look for this guide, unless they're looking for a challenge, okay, a self-imposed challenge, they are likely to have a few items bought from the shop, which means that, you know, following this guy is going to be even faster, it's going to be even easier for them. And here now, you know, you just need to start running towards where Nemesis was, then break right, climb the ladders, enter the door, head straight. And for this next bit, don't worry, even if you don't bring a handgun, and I say this because I tested this, at the final cutscene, you know, where I have to shoot Nikolai, she's still gonna have a handgun, so that's alright. Alright guys, so it's been a long journey that we took together. There were many dangers, there were many life-threatening situations, but we have prevailed. So as we wait for the inevitable positive conclusion, I'd like to thank you for watching. I'd like to thank my Patreon subscribers, which now, you know, as of yet, we have Tom. You know, he's an amazing guy, has supported us so much. So Tom Jenkins, thank you so much for being there with us. And to all of you who wish to join our Patreon system so you can help this channel keep on going, you know, so we can increase both in quality and quantity levels of production, then make sure to check out the links on the description, okay? So we have the Patreon, Buy Me Coffee, and you can also become a member right here on YouTube. And as you can see, we beat the game with 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 53 seconds. Balmont out.